How's it going, Corillo? My name's Alex and welcome to a brand new video here at Blue Cooper Motors. And this is the Lexus's new power mod. This is an F-Sport Performance polished aluminum intake tube, and I'm gonna tell you, it looks oh so good. This is going into car paired with the F-Sport Performance air filter that I took out of the car to get washed like a couple weeks ago, and after more than a week, it is finally dry. While I go ahead and take these covers out of the engine bay, I'm gonna start to tell you the differences between this intake tube and the new one. The first difference is that normally on these cars right here, you will have like a noisemaker box, but I don't know why mine doesn't, but it doesn't have it. It is supposed to take noise out of the engine bay and push it to the cabin to give your car a more sportsy sound and feel. Huh? Remember, before you remove your map sensor, disconnect your battery, avoid headaches, and after you disconnect the battery, go ahead, disconnect your map sensor, and you can start the process of taking all of this out. Most of the bolts inside of this are normally 10mm bolts. You give this a good pull to get it out, and then this one, I'd say, is the easiest part. You just unpinch it, damn, take this out, and then take this out. It's easier. The other difference between the intake tubes is actually in their material. This is not gonna make like, wow, what a difference. But this one is a bit heavier, being plastic. And the other thing is that aluminum is a bit better at keeping heat out of the air that's going into your engine. So, performance gains. The intake tube I actually got from a dealership in Arizona through eBay. And it actually came with all the hardware. It was a complete kit, so that's good. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the F-Sport air filter right here while I do everything else, just to free some space on the table. Come with me. I think the smartest way to go with this is to plug everything together first, like this, with the top part of the intake box. That way, when I go to the car, I just have to push the tube in and just pop in the tabs. I think that's gonna be the go. I just realized maybe the reason no one does it like I did it is because you may have fitment issues. Let's check. I might get lucky. Not gonna lie, the new intake tube also makes the engine look way better. Like, I don't know if it's me, but it looks way better with that one. And you can see like the F-Sport logo over here. So cool. Before I go ahead and put all the covers back on, let me just plug the battery back in. Tight it, and we get it tight. Make sure it goes nowhere. And now let me turn on the car. Make sure it turns on. I know that when you plug the battery right in, it is first not gonna work. Like, the first start it is gonna turn up and then shut down automatically. Let me wait for the system to load. The car actually turned up, right off, right on. Oh, forgot to plug the MAF sensor. Disconnect your battery. Avoid headaches. Things happen, people. I forgot to plug the MAF sensor. It was showing codes and stuff. Now there should be no codes. Okay? Okay. Good? We good? Let's check. Hood open, track off. That was quite a scare, people. And the car was running rough and had check engine light, and also was saying that traction was off. I'm shaking, people, but it was just that I plugged the battery before plugging in the MAF, so the car got confused. But right now it's working well. Either way, I'm gonna make an AutoZone run. AutoZone? Give me a break to process all of this, but right now it is running well. So yeah. So I'm back from AutoZone. What they told me is basically that all was caused because I forgot to plug the MAF sensor before plugging in the battery. So if you're gonna put an intake on your car, or you're gonna change anything related to the intake, don't forget to plug in your MAF sensor before you plug in your battery, because that way you avoid headaches, you avoid having check engine lights out of nowhere that don't mean anything because the check engine light went away as soon as I fixed it. So yeah, a heads up. And regarding the intake, I put everything back together and you can see it pop out of here with the F Sport lettering and everything. It looks really nice, really good. For a review of the first drives, I'm gonna leave you with Future Me. So yeah, see you then. The first thing I noticed as soon as I started the driving for the first time after installing the intake was the change in sound when the car is in high RPMs. To show you how the car sounds, I'm gonna put a microphone on the engine bay right over here. I think it is gonna be safe. And I'm gonna go inside and rev it a little bit so you can hear for yourselves how the car sounds. After installing the new intake, the car got a bit of a deeper tone. Obviously, it's not like it's gonna sound like a V8, but it does have a deeper tone compared of what it had stock. Another thing I was gonna try and be wary of was gas mileage. In the last couple of days, I have not been doing the same routine I was used to doing. So obviously the gas consumption is different. I'm implementing a bit more of back roads driving, which means that obviously I'm gonna get less miles per gallon than driving in the highway. So yeah, I don't have a fair comparison for the before and after installing the intake. And for the talk about how it changed the acceleration, you guys are coming with me, so yeah. To start with the review of the acceleration, I just wanna get this out of the way. After installing the intake, it doesn't feel like the warp effect you get with nitrous in Fast and the Furious, but the car does feel like it has a better acceleration. The thing I was mostly criticizing of not having the performance air filter was that the car felt like it had a stuffy nose, and right now the car feels so much sporty. I have mostly noticed the upgraded acceleration when getting into the highway, that the car doesn't feel like it's struggling to get into highway speeds. Good pull. I love how the car accelerates right now. Yeah, basically, it's not like it's gonna give the car some crazy acceleration or some crazy horsepower numbers, but it does help get some better acceleration out of the car. The other moment when I notice the changes in acceleration are when I'm driving through back roads, because the back roads I like to drive in have a lot of corners that are also uphills. And when I had the stock filter on the car felt like it was struggling, like it was pushing to get over up that hill. And right now, it doesn't care. It just feels so much sportsier. In my opinion, this is how the car should have felt from factory. Right now, I feel like the car fully honors the title of luxury sports sedan, because it has luxury, it feels sportsy, and most importantly, it is a sedan. Well guys, thanks for being with me through the install and also coming with me for this little initial review of the F-Sport performance. For the F-Sport it's rather a long name. The F-Sport polished aluminum intake. Well guys, this is all for today's video. If you have any other doubts, be happy to ask in the comments. If you like the video, smash that like button, it will really help out a lot. If you're subscribed, go subscribe. And now that you're there, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Right here, you're gonna have another video of mine, the YouTube will recommend you, and down here, a link so you can subscribe way more easily. And yeah, that's all. So see you next time.